With that being said, we appreciate everyone who's jumped in. Hopefully we're going to grab a few more here, but we will officially start. Questions with the Queen, today's special edition. Fire away.
As you can see, I took the time to actually set up my board. Obviously, Steven has spent some time where we've been trying to perfect the board, so as you can see it, I think I've got it mastered. But with that, like my
yeah, I was going to say, we have YouTube as well, so we do need an official intro.
Like with my husband, what he said, we have Questions with the Queen special edition, and we also have a question, but I will get to that more later. You can catch me and Steve on the Ring Apron every Friday at 10:15. We post our videos YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and at this point we have made an official Facebook page, but that will be more about that later. I would like to give credit to my husband for being the cameraman and the question guy. So go ahead and if y'all are in there, say thank you, because without him this wouldn't be possible. I also would like to go ahead and go on record, as we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. Go ahead and check out the CDC.org for the information to actually, if you want to donate. It doesn't matter if it's 10 cents, 20 cents, it doesn't matter how much it is. Every little bit helps with what they're having to do as far as the research and finding a cure. And pretty much, it's not just here in Georgia, it's pretty much all over the world right now that, needs help. So with that being said, go to that page, donate. If you can't, that's fine. Just try to do your best. Also, we have a special birthday. If you look on our page and you look through our friends list, Sarah Wrestling is celebrating her 17th birthday. So if you can, go wish her a very happy birthday. And Sarah, with that being said, I want to wish you a happy 17th, and hopefully you're enjoying your day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Trust me, that's just not the way to go. But with that being said, I believe we can jump into our first question. Can we not, Steve?
We can. We've got a lot of them set up here and
Cool.
ready to go. So, first question, as you mentioned earlier, it is a special edition. It is a Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch special edition of our show here, due to the fact, of course, of Becky and Seth's very amazing news that they are expecting coming up later this year. So, of course, the big question, let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Boy or girl? What do you think?
I would have to wait and see. I want her to get a little belly on her, because as my mom has always stated, you can tell what gender the baby will be by the way the stomach sits. If it's high up, I think it is a boy. If it's sitting low, I believe it is a girl. If I'm incorrect, someone please tell me and let me know, and actually go ahead and give the correct information. So with that being said, I'd like to actually see what she looks like here in the next few months,
So you're ducking the question completely.
Like I did last night, in case y'all didn't see on the Ring Apron. I ducked that like the plague. Okay, but moving on.
So the official answer will be answer forthcoming.
Yes, answer forthcoming.
One question we were asked by one of our followers, have you actually met Becky and or Seth in person?
Yes, as you can see on my display table here, I have met Becky and Seth. Now Seth, I've met twice. I met him, I know my husband was nice enough to actually do it as a birthday present one year. Don't ask me what year, because I really don't remember, but I know I've met him twice and I've met her once, and the experience for both of them was exceptional. I loved it, and I would love to actually, at this point now, going forward, meet them as parents to actually get their take and see how they feel with being parents, and what do they like and what do they not like, and so forth and so on. But yes, I have met both, and I've loved both, and I still love both.
One comment we did get in is saying that it's the other way around when it comes to the boy versus girl versus high stomach versus low stomach.
To whoever commented, thank you, because I always get that confused. So thank you for actually correcting me. That is that's very great.
Hey, I told you, we're not about wrestling here. We're science. We're learning. You're learning stuff while you're on here.
I sure am learning.
That might scare some folks away, though.
The moment you stop learning, it is a really bad day.
Okay, next question coming up. How do you believe that the news of their impending birth of their child is going to affect their careers?
I believe, and as we all saw on Monday Night Raw, and if you hadn't, I'm going to give you a moment to kind of actually go back here and actually take a look. You can go to YouTube and look at the clip. You can go back and actually look at Raw. If you saw Monday Night Raw, Becky came out, and as you could tell, like she always does, she comes out, she's usually, very excited, very happy, but you could kind of tell her demeanor was one of a more somber, one of a more I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do what needs to be done to deliver a message. As you could see, I feel like with her, you could tell she was very happy. She was very excited about the news. I feel like with that, I feel like it's impacting her in a big way because you could see the tears and the emotion and the happiness, and you could kind of tell a little bit she was nervous. And the fact that she said, I will miss you guys. I will see you later. I don't think it's the end of Becky Lynch. I think she will be back. As far as Seth, I believe he will do what needs to be done to actually keep his career going. I feel like Seth, honestly, from what I have seen of him, I feel like when he needs to be at the appointments and when he needs to be there, he will be there. Honestly, I think he's an all-around stand-up guy, so I could see him playing a huge role, being on the road as well as at home with his wifey.
Alrighty. Next one coming up. How has Becky Lynch inspired you in your day-to-day life?
I love Becky, and as y'all know, and I've stated, I think, last night, if y'all did not tune into On the Ring Apron at 10:15, I feel like Becky has inspired me in a way that, like, only few can. To me, I think she was the one horsewoman that was overlooked. I think she was looked past, and it wasn't until she turned heel that she said, you know what, if y'all want to overlook me, if y'all want to surpass me, that's fine, but I'm going to break down these doors, I'm going to bust down these walls, I will be heard and I will be seen. So she's inspired me by just being, first of all, who she is and not shying away from that. She has taken everything that she has and she's used her personality and who she is to get to where she is. So to continue to inspire me to be myself, be who I am, do not shy away from that. To me, I think that's a great thing, and that's what she has shown me, along with many other things. I feel like, honestly, I know people say that they have role models. My role models are the people that don't shy away from being who they are.
To kind of follow up on the question that you mentioned earlier, but we're going to go just directly about him, do you believe, in your opinion, that Seth Rollins will slow down his career because of this news?
I believe Seth, like I said, I believe he will, as time gets closer for Becky to have the baby. I believe Seth will continue to do whatever he has to do to keep himself safe, to keep himself protected from everything out there. But yes, I think at some point, as the due date gets closer and closer, I think he will slow down more and more. I think we will see, him here and there doing promos and maybe matches here and there. But yes, I do. So, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Honestly, I think that's a good thing to actually slow down and actually take the time to enjoy this experience and to enjoy this journey of being a parent. Trust me, Steve and I have done it twice. Teenager and toddler. And yes, people say we're nuts for starting back the clock.
Our grocery bill is through the roof.
They eat like
Send money.
They're human siphons, both of them. But to answer the question, yes, I believe he will slow down as the due date gets near.
Okay, another one coming in from our audience here. Where do you rank Becky Lynch all time in terms of her status as a wrestler in WWE?
Gosh, when you say rank, what does that mean? Where do I place her?
Like of all time, like if you take every women's wrestler who's ever wrestled in WWE, where does she fall in that list?
I could tell you, she is on my top 5. You have Trish, that's first, then you have Lita, that's second. Then you have Sasha, who's third, and then there's Becky, who's fourth, and then somewhere back there's a 5. I don't know who it is, but she falls at number 4. And I have a list for me for as far as the women go. I have a list a mile long on how I rate them, and they change day to day. And I can tell you she's been sitting at 4 for the longest, and with that being said, I don't think that's going to change. The only way that can change is if and when she heads into the Hall of Fame.
All right, one question that actually came in from one of our audience members, so I want to make sure that gets answered. Do you believe the baby's going to have ginger hair?
Oh, you guys, I don't know. It depends on the genes, and it depends on the traits, and whether they're recessive. There is a possibility that the baby could start with ginger hair and the hair may change at some point. But to start off, I believe so. I believe that the baby will start off with red hair.
Wanted to make sure that question got thrown across the bottom. For anybody who is answering questions, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there's a box down there that has a little question mark in it. If you do have a question that you want to make sure gets answered on here and you want it to show up on the screen, make sure that you type your question there. And as I'm choosing the questions, that's where we'll pick them out from. And I want to make sure that anyone who does ask a question does get credit for it if they happen to be here live with us.
Yes.
All right, so our next one, what are your thoughts on Shayna Baszler's comments towards Becky and Seth's forthcoming child?
I feel like Shayna, and yes, as much as I love Shayna, I really do, I feel like she's playing a role. She has had to play, the moment that she has started from NXT all the way up till now, she is playing a heel role, and she's doing very well at playing a heel role. And with her comments, that's not, I don't think that's her as a person. I think that's just her character and who she has to play in this, in the WWE. But as far as those comments, I feel like the comments, in my opinion, I feel like they were unneeded. You have Becky, who is delivering one of the best news a person could deliver, and that's saying that she's about to be a mother, a parent. And the fact that you actually would take a shot at her, not just her, but you took a shot at Seth with the way he was, this past Monday. And I feel like, as parents, this is all new to them. This is a different journey, a journey they've never been on. This is one that they're going to go on. And for you to make comments and to take a shot at the parents, I can tell you if it was me, of me and my husband all you want to, but to make fun of an unborn child that can't do nothing, I think it's wrong. So.
Oh, I completely agree. And then a follow-up to that question, assuming that Becky Lynch does return back to WWE after the birth, do you believe that that rivalry is going to immediately resume?
Oh, most definitely. If I know from seeing Becky for as many years as we have since she's been here, she will let that sit in the back of her mind, and she will, the moment she returns, and I believe honestly she will, and she will return straight fired with a vengeful side that's saying, you know what, I didn't forget that comment, I didn't forget what you said, I know we've had a feud before, I know we've had a rivalry, right here, right now, we're going to continue that rivalry. Now that I'm not pregnant, oh, it's on. And if she's anything like her character, Shayna's going to be in for a serious hurt, a real bad hurt that I don't think she's going to be able to come back from. But that's just me, and that's how I feel. But yes, the rivalry to me will continue.
Okay, in your opinion, what is your most memorable Seth Rollins moment?
As you know, and I've spoke on it many times, the most memorable moment for me, because I have to rank them, and this one would be number one, he cashed in on Brock and on Roman at Mania. Again, I said that was a birthday wish. WrestleMania, from what I'm remembering, 33?
31.
31? Okay, I'm bad at math, so, ignore that. From what I'm getting of that is my number one memory. He cashed in. He did it like, that was just absolute, oh my God, I was so shocked, amazed, I was in tears, I was screaming. Maybe, like my husband told me, I was the only person that wanted to see that happen. Again, I wished for that to happen, and it did. So, yeah.
Okay. So along the same lines, most memorable Becky Lynch moment.
Oh, wow. When she turned heel, you saw it coming, but for her to actually turn heel, for her to do it against her best friend Charlotte Flair, the Queen, it's just like, you've overlooked me, y'all have taken me for granted, y'all have passed me up, the other three horsewomen seem to be like they're more important to you. I've done everything I've been asked, I've done everything I've been told, there's been no, I'm not going to do it, I don't want to do it. I've done everything, and the fact is, y'all are taking me for granted. So the moment she turned heel, I knew it was on, and I knew it was popping, and that has been, to me, the best thing I think she has done for her career is to go heel and to prove to everybody that I'm not just the fourth horsewoman. I am someone not to be messed with. But when she went heel, and she messed up Charlotte real bad, like, ooh.
And you, out of curiosity, you're taking that over the bloody nose moment?
Oh no! Let me go back. That is my number one, and then when she messed up Charlotte's my number two. My girl, when I say she is a last kicker, she is. She took that punch to the nose like a champ. Like, she was bleeding all down her nose. And the funny thing is, when you go back and you look at her interviews for that, she said she don't remember it happening. She don't remember fighting. She don't remember anything until she looks back and she actually looks at it. I know she did an interview with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold asked her, how did you feel about your bloody nose? And I think, if I'm quoting her correct, she said, even with my bloody nose and being unconscious to whatever was going on, I still took that. I still did that like a champ, and even my subconscious is a champ and is a boss. That, I forgot that moment. Oh, darn, y'all got me riled up. Thanks, Steven.
Okay, being a mom yourself, you know that motherhood changes your life, you know, from the moment that you find out this news. In your opinion, knowing how much Becky loves this business, but also considering how much motherhood means, do you, in your opinion, think Becky's done?
Like I said in my previous comment on today's show, no, I don't think she's done. I think she's done for the time being, but do I think she's going to come back? Oh, most definitely. She's going to come back, and she's going to be better than ever. I don't honestly think I don't know how she can outdo herself, but knowing her, and as she stated, you have to keep the people wanting more. You have to be better than the last time. You have to go on and be better and just elevate yourself, is what I believe she said in an interview. So I believe, yes, she will be back. I believe she will be back with a different look, thanks to Kim. I believe she's going to come back with a more sassier, badder attitude in the best way. And I think she's going to get it done. And I can't wait for that return.
Okay, and that brings us to the final question we have for today, and we're going to play a little devil's advocate.
Uh-oh.
Let's assume that motherhood strikes her well and that she is done, that she has wrestled her final match and that she is done. If she decides that she is retired, is she a Hall of Famer right now? Maybe not necessarily first ballot, but is she a Hall of Famer if her career is done right now?
In my mind, I would have to say yes. And the only reason I said yes is I feel like she's done everything. Honestly, I feel like she's done everything she can do in the best way. Now, the only thing that would stop her, in my opinion, is I don't believe she's a Grand Slam champion. So if she happens to come back, and I believe she will, I think the only thing she needs to do is go for the tag titles, and I believe she should do that with Charlotte. Obviously, they're best friends.
She needs the NXT as well.
As well as that, I believe they're best friends. I believe they should go for it together. You see Sasha and Bayley doing it, or they did it. They were the first to do it. So to do that, to get them tag titles with Charlotte, and then to turn around, and I want her to be Becky Two Belts again. I want her to carry the tag title on one shoulder and then the NXT on another. If Charlotte is still holding that, that is a match I would love to see again. I want to see someone take it off of Charlotte. You know, so yes, honestly, I believe she could, but to seal that deal, I think she needs to be a Grand Slam champion for that to happen. So now, excuse me, as you can see, I have a question. What do you think, and this is for the audience, what do you think the birth date of Becky and Seth's baby will be? In order for you to actually answer on any form of social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, because we do have a Facebook page, I want you to use the hashtag QWTK Questions with the Queen to get it out there. Between me and Steve, we will see, and we will be keeping tabs on the date and whether you're using the hashtag. Like I said, go ahead and actually, you could do it now, you could do it later. Just at some point before the baby is born, go ahead and answer this question and use the hashtag QWTK on every form of social media that we have. With that being said,
I've got the information across the bottom. We want you guys to answer on one of our social media handles. We don't care which one, just You have to use that hashtag in order to be able to be part of the contest. And essentially, the choice of date is first come, first serve, but whoever is the first person to choose the eventual correct date is going to win a special Seth and Becky Lynch package from us. We know this won't happen for a few more months, and we'll definitely continue to push it out there as we go along. But that's going to allow us time to be able to get a very nice package together containing both of them. So make sure you put it in, because the first person that goes across that delivers the date is going to be the first person that wins. So advantage to people who watch today, because they will have first opportunity to be able to choose their dates.
Yep, and like I said, we're keeping tabs on every form of social media between the two of us, and we will, when the baby is born, we will announce that in one of our shows. We don't know which one yet, but it will be announced at some point in one of the shows. So like you've done today, tune in each and every time, and at that point, you will hear the winner, you will hear the winner from either me or Steve or both of us if it's a show that we actually do together. With that being said, every Friday at 10:15, directly after SmackDown, you can join us for On the Ring Apron with Kia and Steve. There are times when you do have champions that actually go from one champion to the next. You can do plate exchange with Steve, and as of right now, at 2 o'clock, it's Questions with the Queen. You can do that. I also know when we have pay-per-views, we have predictions, where, as you can see, Top Rope Spoilers is our other show where you can tune in for that. Just keep up to date, stay with us, pay attention, make sure you see and hear everything. That way you can be with us, that way you can see everything that we're doing when we do it. With that being said, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to thank the fans that have showed up, and I want to see y'all here every week, just be here. We love that. With that being said, I love you all. Thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all next week at 2 o'clock with Questions with the Queen. Bye now.